I think. Should I put my hood up? This hair is terrible. There we go.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can get my lighting right with this. Go. No, really? I don't know. I guess I could turn the light on in the room. Whatever. Anyway, that's all right, right?
Yeah.
Okay, mini episode. Ready? Welcome to Reckless and the Recluse. I'm Ashley Baca. This is Judy Caps, formerly known as Judy Kaplan, but he didn't like that. So how are you today?
Doing good. Mini episode midday. It's 3 p.m. for me. And I'm in the middle of work, kind of. Not really. I mean, I'm not supposed to be working at this moment, but I'm going to do stuff after this. Yeah.
So usually we're doing this at night and we're tired. And now we're just like full energy in the middle of our days. Your hair is wild. Your hair still has energy.
No, I'm still tired.
I'm tired because I had to wake up at 7 yesterday and today, and I do not wake up that early usually.
Last night's the first night I've gotten sleep in a really long time, but I still don't feel right.
So you haven't been sleeping, you said.
No, my dreams have been real crazy. I had a dream last night, and I'm just remembering this right now that Theo Von was in my dream.
Oh, that's funny.
Dreams have they've been so crazy. And then so last night I went to a Theo Von show, and then afterwards, after the show, it was like a gym class that we all went to the locker room, and I was changing, because that's what you do after a comedy show. Okay. And then Theo Von was there, and I was like, "Oh, what's up, man? I got to come out to a show sometime." And in the dream that made sense, but now looking back, I'm like, wait, I was at a show telling him that I got to come out to a show in the locker room after
a comedy
show.
So yeah. Is after comedy shows, from your experience, do you just go to the locker room and, like have a gangbang, or like what is that experience?
Well, I don't know what kind of shows you go to, but normally there's a lot of sweating and stuff, and you kind of all like congregate, the comedians and the audience, and we kind of all just go to the locker room and change, put our street clothes back on, do some showering, talk, pretend like we didn't just go to a show, and say, "Yo, I should come to a show sometime," and be like, "Yeah, that would be a cool thing," because we've never done that. And then, that's usually, I don't know what they're like for you. I've never been in your shoes. I've never seen through your eyes, and so
I guess I'm not as an elite of a comedian as you, because I've never had this experience. I don't have a different outfit. I don't have street clothes. I just have like one outfit. I've never gone. Maybe it's different for men and women. I don't go to the locker room. I don't say, "I just saw you perform. Can I see you perform again?"
For the first time.
Yeah. So.
Well, and then I will say, right after this in the dream, I remember being at a mall and then being in a canoe, and then the person that I was in the canoe with fell off the side of the river, because that's a thing, and landed, luckily, on the bottom river and didn't hurt himself because there was another river down there. So he didn't hit the ground. He hit the other river, and he was perfectly safe. But I was just in the top river with no canoe.
Wow. Sounds like you're okay. So I'm on the top floor of my building, and I had a dream that someone was having sex on the roof, and that the security guard came and like got mad, and they were like trying to run off naked. But it was definitely a dream because it was freezing last night. I don't think anyone was having sex outside.
But at least yours is possible.
Oh yeah, definitely possible. That was very realistic. I'm not saying I always have realistic dreams, but that one was.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's possible that I could see Theo Von in a locker room.
Yeah, you guys go to the same gym. You're moving back to LA. You have that gym membership you have to worry about.
I think he said on his podcast that he goes to, first of all, I think he moved to Nashville. But second of all, what's that gym that I can never think of? And I've done this before on this podcast. The fancy gym.
Oh, Equinox.
Equinox. He definitely goes to Equinox.
Your mind doesn't let you think about Equinox because it's too expensive for you.
I think I can afford it now that I got a promotion.
I'm just fucking around. I know how rich you are. You have a Peloton bike, okay? I'm just trying to keep you humble.
So rich. So I've been going through this supervisor training for my job. And I'm not going to talk. I don't want to talk too much about it. But one thing that like, I think my brain is broken because like I have to sit through these like trainings and like videos and stuff. And they're like really poorly acted, like corporate internal videos, you know? And I've been in some of those in my life.
Yeah, me too.
And so I'm just like the whole time watching them, and I'm supposed to be like getting information out of them, but I just understand that it's a comedy sketch that I'm watching. Like my brain is just broken. Like the whole time I'm like, oh, that's really funny. That's a good character, or like that's believable. And then I'm like, wait, no, this is real. I'm supposed to be hearing this. Like I have broken my brain.
Yeah. So you're always living in the fourth wall, within the fourth wall?
Whatever room is composed of those four walls, that's the room that I'm just, that's my hell. That's my purgatory.
Okay.
I'm in that for life now.
You know, I was watching the episode where we did the barista thing, and we haven't gotten back into that improv again. Are you ready?
Barista role play?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm always ready to do some barista role play for sure.
I went to, because I usually just go because there's a Starbucks in my building, but since I was out and about this morning, I went to Coffee Commissary, and that's what made me think of it. But she was a very, very boring barista. She was just like, morning. And then
how many tattoos did you have?
I don't know. She had a big hoodie on.
Okay. Hood up?
No. She had her hair like pulled back.
What?
And fake lashes.
This lady.
And I was like, fake lashes is a lot for a barista.
How thick were her rims? On her glasses.
Oh, she wasn't wearing glasses.
What?
No.
What kind of barista is this?
I don't know.
How ripped were her jeans? How many rips?
I didn't look at her pants. Damn it.
Okay. Shit. How I mean, all right, I'm going to assume she talked down to you, but at what angle down? Like, was it like a 30-degree angle?
We were on the same level, and she was shorter than me. Yeah.
Come on.
You've been to the Coffee Commissary on Fairfax, haven't you?
Yes. Yes, I have.
So she was shorter.
No, I know she does. I'm not talking about her height. I'm talking about she's talking down to you.
Oh, because she was just an asshole?
Yeah.
You said
she's
4 words.
Barista, right?
She said, can I help you? I said, can I get a large coffee? She said, okay. And then she said, Ashley. And that was it. So it was
7 words.
7 words.
I mean, that's a pretty good track record. You don't want to go over 10 words, you know, if you're going to try to be an asshole barista. So you got to use them wisely. She had 3 left over. That's not bad.
Okay.
But the fact that we don't know how many tattoos she had, her hood wasn't even up. I mean, I could stop there, but I mean, okay. So like the thread around the outside of her Doc Martens, like it was yellow, right?
Yes.
Okay.
She's the purple Doc Martens.
Okay. That's points.
Okay. So she's an asshole.
Yeah. Perfect barista.
Okay.
I mean, how was the coffee?
Honestly, a little burnt. I was a little disappointed. I was like,
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So she's not coming through with the
She didn't look like a
task.
Real barista. She didn't. Yeah.
You think she was just she's researching a role?
Yeah. Probably. She probably has something coming up, and she needed to work at Coffee Commissary. This is
Hollywood.
It was the only way. Oh, so I watched Lockdown with Anne Hathaway last night.
Okay.
Have you? Okay.
No, I don't know what that is.
Okay, so it's a new movie on HBO, and it's supposed to be, so like it starts off, and I was like, oh, this is kind of good. It's going to talk about like the emotional turmoil of like lockdown and how it affected everybody differently. Like, because that's how it kind of seemed. Like she ended up becoming an alcoholic. Her husband was like wiling out, like doing drugs, like they were fighting. And then this like other couple was like getting along really well. And I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. But it turned into a comedy heist. she stole a diamond from the company she worked for. And I'm like, what? Like, whoever did this was writing a nice script about humans and how they react to situations, and then took shrooms and then wrote the rest of the script.
I mean, yeah, curveballs go a long way. Third act curveballs.
I don't think so. It was like the worst movie I've ever seen. I hated it.
No,
I only kept watching because I was already in it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've watched so many things during the lockdowns that I would never normally watch.
Oh, guess what we tried to watch last night?
Something that I'm in?
Scared. Curse of Aurora. I was like, no, we got to do it during the day.
What do you mean you tried to watch it?
Like, well, because Hillary was like, let's watch it. That way you can talk about it on your podcast. And I was like, okay. And then I put it on and I was like, it's like 10 p.m. and I got to get some sleep tonight. So we'll just watch it another day.
Oh, so you didn't even turn it on?
No, I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just saying that I can't get scared yesterday.
I thought you were going to say you turned it on and you got scared and then turned it off.
No, I didn't. But I am worried that I will get scared.
I don't think so.
No?
I think it's pretty watchable. Deanie says it's not that scary and she gets really scared. She says it's watchable.
Okay. And besides YouTube, what are the ways to watch it?
Amazon. Is this just the part where I just plug the movie?
Yeah, that's what it's for.
You can watch it on YouTube, yes. iTunes, Amazon, PlayStation, Xbox, Vudu. You can order DVDs on Walmart or BarnesandNoble.com.
Is it free on any of those platforms?
No, man.
I'm just wondering.
Paid.
Okay.
Oh, it's like $3 for a rental.
I didn't say. I'm just asking. I'm just here promoting your movie. I'm not judging.
No, it's for rent or buy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, maybe if I have free time during the day, I will watch it.
Okay. Well, last night I watched this movie. It's like a documentary. It's a movie of a play that was in New York. It's called In and of Itself on YouTube. On Hulu. Have you heard of this?
No.
I'm going to describe it in 2 words.
Okay.
Sad magic.
Should I watch it or not? Okay, explain.
It's a guy he's a magician. He does like some tricks, like card tricks, but it's a play about him and his life. And it's sad. It's like a niche that I did not know existed. Like most magic is to make you laugh or
it's like an adventure. They're trying to solve something. Yeah.
Or it's like to bring you joy, like amazement, you know? This is sad magic. It's something that you've never thought of in your life. This is magic that will make you sad and potentially cry, this movie. And I was very close. I have never had to I never felt like I needed to leave the room watching something before. Definitely not a horror movie. I can do any gore or scares. No, there's no kind of movie that makes me want to leave, but this movie made me want to get up and leave. And not because it was bad. It was just I can't be in this right now because I don't like emotions. Okay. And there was way too many emotions happening. And I was just I think I need to leave the room.
Yeah, it made you feel like you were naked in front of a crowd because there's so much emotions.
I don't do well with emotions. I don't like watching people have them. I don't like having them. And I definitely don't like both of those things at the same time, which is kind of what this movie elicits. And I was just I gotta fucking go. This is not gonna work. And then I got a handle on myself, and I was just all right, I'm just gonna watch it. It's gonna be fine. But it definitely had tears in my eyes. I was what is this? What is happening to me?
So this is supposed to be a comedic podcast, but that's probably why you're not sleeping at night, because you're not dealing with your emotions, Judy, and you're a human.
I don't think that's why I'm not sleeping. It's just this week. Something's going on.
Something's going on. There's a full moon tomorrow. It's tugging at your emotions. It's the Leo full moon and you're a Leo.
Honestly, I'm going to try to have a simpler answer to this. And I think it's because I'm sucking on these neuromints too much.
Oh.
I think I'm overdoing it.
How many are you doing a day?
Too many at this point. So I think that I'm doing it to myself. And I think it's just like, it's not coffee. I think it's just like it's like medicine caffeine. The mints are anyway. I feel like the gum is fine. But when you're doing the mints, it's just like kind of all at once. And I'll find myself in the middle of the night, my heart just kind of beating, and I'll like fall asleep for a little bit. And then I'll wake up like ready to go. Like I'm in the middle of like a football game. Like I just woke up on the field and the quarterback just yelled hike. I'm just like, yep, here we go. I'm just like 0 to 10, like asleep, fully awake, which is why I think I'm having these like stressful dreams too.
So NeuroGum sponsored you and ruined your life simultaneously.
I mean, I have to take responsibility and like use the stuff properly. I think I'm going to stick to the gum.
Why don't you just do one a day, like in the morning, one?
Yeah. But the thing is, I like drink coffee and tea and stuff also. So I think my caffeine levels are just like too high.
Okay, that is a better answer. But I just like picking.
It's the moon, the Leo moon, man. What's going on? You need to address your emotions, man. It's like, no, I probably should just hang back on the non-sleep drug.
I hate when men have emotions. I hate when guys cry. I can't stand when they act like a wussy about anything. And so I'm the worst. I'm the culprit,
It has nothing to do with like masculinity or anything for me. I just am a very guarded person and I don't like experiencing emotions. Like, that's why I like telling jokes and making fun of people, like not even in a malicious way, just in a fun way, like in a friendly way, because that is my way of relating to people. Like I'm not like an emotional person.
Yeah, I get it.
And
I used to be, I'm different now, but I used to be the same way. And I don't like when girls cry either. And I don't do well. I just like leave most of the time. And I never cried. Like I was one of those girls that like never cried. And I still, to this day.
Not even drunk?
Yeah, like maybe twice in my entire life. I usually am just really.
Drunk girls crying is the worst thing in the world.
I know. I have a funny story about that. One time I was at this party with my ex and this guy was flirting with me. And then I was drunk. So I was totally like going in with it. And he came, he's like, Ashley, what are you doing? And I just started crying and I cried for the rest of the night. Cause I was like, yeah. Cause I was like, I'm so sorry. And I don't know. That was one time I drunk cried.
I don't think I've ever drunk cried, but I think I've definitely like cried on psychedelics because there's nothing you can do about that. Like, because your inhibition is just gone and your emotions are just like all that you have. And it's like such a roller coaster. And I remember one time I was on mushrooms, like one of the first times I ever did it. And I was dating this girl and she was visiting her family and, and someone just like mentioned her. And at that moment, I like realized that she wasn't there. And I was like, I miss her. And I just started bawling. Like I just did not have control.
So the first time we did shrooms, it was me and my friend and our two boyfriends. We all did them together. And her and I laughed and cried the whole night. And we used an entire case of toilet paper wiping our tears. Like, I don't know why we didn't just like use like the same.
Get a bidet.
But every time. And so when we woke up in the morning, there was a pile of toilet paper in the middle of the living room from us wiping our tears.
Oh, you pile of dried tears.
Like, there's no way we had that many tears. There is no way.
Oh, that's so gross and funny.
It was funny.
You need an eye bidet.
Next time. Did you do shrooms on your trip with Deanie or no?
No, we didn't.
Didn't you say
I
you
can't
were gonna
find them?
Oh.
I can't get them. I don't know where to get them.
That sucks. I did them on Sunday. It was nice.
Like 3 days ago?
Yeah.
Wow.
I can find them
Full
easily.
dose? Hero's dose?
I did a micro. I did like half of, because like for a full trip, you're supposed to take 6 pieces of chocolate, and I did 3 pieces of chocolate. So I was definitely like, and I couldn't, you know, you always know when you can't like look at your phone anymore because your phone's just like,
that's the moment where you're just like, oh, this is happening.
Yeah. And then, so I had a good time, but I didn't like full.
Nothing worse than looking at your phone on drugs. Ugh.
Yeah.
It makes you, it really makes you sick.
Yeah. And it's just not, it like gets wavy and colorful, and you're like, ugh.
You're like, why am I talking to this box?
Yeah. And then that's when you realize that you're like, you have all these people around you and you can be having so much fun.
I want to send a text message to this tree right here. That's what I want to do.
But you can do it subliminally when you're on, you're like, and the tree hears it.
The tree definitely does hear it. So I think you should watch Sad Magic.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it. So, but it's called what again? I'll watch it.
It's called In and of Itself.
In and of Itself. Okay.
On Hulu.
Well, see, I like a movie. I'll let you know how many emotions I had. I like a movie recommendation. I feel like I've been unlucky with movies. I did watch one the other day that I really liked. Now I can't think of it. But pretty much through this whole pandemic, I feel like I've been unlucky with movies, and they haven't been that great.
Should make a movie about that.
Movies suck. I've watched some good series. I did watch one good movie like a couple weeks ago, but now I can't remember what it was. I have to look it up.
I don't know. I'm just rewatching Arrested Development. It's my comfort food. I just watch it all the time.
I watched it once. I mean, twice. Sorry, twice. I watched the series twice, all the way through. But my roommate's been watching it for her first time, so I'll catch episodes when she's like watching it.
I fall asleep to it, or I don't fall asleep to it. You know, like I just have it on.
Your whole life is Jason Bateman.
What else is Bateman?
Your whole life.
What besides Arrested Development at night?
No, I'm just saying that you watch Arrested Development so much that it's like embedded in you.
I mean, I want to be all of those characters.
Oh, you
I
also
love Bateman.
Podcast. I did listen to it. It is a really good podcast, and Will Arnett is hilarious.
He's so fucking good. I want to be all of those characters. Like, I don't understand how that show exists because it's so good, and it's so much better than The Office. And fuck anybody who doesn't think so.
It is weird that The Office has more clout because every character on Arrested Development is amazing. Every single one.
I mean, The Office is great, and the characters are also great, but it's not. The show's not as good. It's just not as good.
I'm not hating on The Office. I'm just saying that it's better. That's all I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying too. But most people will not agree.
But there was just more hype for The Office, and people didn't talk about Arrested Development. I think it was before its time. I feel like if Arrested Development would have came out maybe 5 years later, it would have done differently. It would have gone differently.
Arrested Development was like a kind of a failure.
Yeah.
It didn't do well.
I know.
It's stupid. And then when they brought it back, it wasn't as good. I mean, it's still good, but those like last couple seasons are definitely not as good.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, on that note, I'm going to watch that movie. And this is the end of our mini episode.
That was just a taste, a bite, a bite size. That was a 2-bite brownie. Yeah. 1 bite is me and 1 bite is Ashley.
Yeah, you get 2 bites of the whole brownie. And you got to keep coming back to finish it.
Yeah, I'm going to work.
Happy week. Okay.